you later, Manola. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, I'll take it.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? We're here. What is it? Is it White Still?
Waitsfield.
White Stills restaurant here in Newland. Yeah, Newland. So we're gonna be heading. Here we are at Newland. We're gonna be heading off to Hot Springs.
Hot Springs is our
Yeah.
final destination before we go to my dad's house.
Yeah, we're about. So it's gonna be about 60% gravel off road with little connections in between.
We may go to the fire tower.
And we're gonna try for the fire tower for sure.
Not likely to do the off hard because it's been raining too much.
Yeah, it's been for the last couple of days, and it's cold.
It is very cold.
So it'll be miserable if we get caught up on that road. So, prefer not to be having mud in my boots today.
That's right. And as you can see, we're eating biscuits and gravy.
That's right. This is great. Got to get something stuck to our ribs before we get up there.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's do it, people. So we have exited the highway just past Newland, and now we're on this single lane. Well, it's single lane as far as vehicles go. It's plenty of room for motorcycles. But at the top of this lane or this section is a lake. I'll slow down and show it to you here in just a second in the video, but it's a beautiful lake, mountain lake, beautiful houses on it. I could easily see myself retiring to somewhere like that. It's a beautiful spot, and as you can see, it's a beautiful ride up through the mountains on this ridge line up toward that lake. And then after that, shortly after that, we get into our first dirt section in this section. A lot of road miles on this section, more so than I anticipated, but where we were riding on the road is still very, very pretty. It's still worth the ride. This creek to the left actually is being fed by that lake too, by the way.
shelter, the walls were thin. They carried me without caution. Want something else, but I end up here. You give me no other option. I linger as the ground shakes. Paper cuts on what could have been. Every morning made us better. If only you'd known it when you had me. You had to come back
So this is one of the few sections I actually felt compelled to stand up and ride, just because it was a little bit more technical with all the ruts and large rocks in this area. Most of the, actually all of the harder sections we opted out of on this particular trip just because of the rain, as we've said before. We're also riding from, north to south, and most of those harder sections are better road going from south to north is what I remember from what we saw online. So we just opted out of those. But they still had some, some fun sections. There's a section right here that you see that's, kind of rocky and a little bit more technical. And there's also a section close to Rich Mountain that was also like that. But by and large, it's really, really easy riding, really any time of year. The biggest challenge we had was seeing the rocks and the leaves. So funny story, and this is completely random. So when we took a left here and came up over this hill, I looked over at this church and it's like, Woodby Hill. What's up with that? So if you don't know, my last name is Woodby. So I stopped, took a picture, didn't think a whole lot of it. I just thought it was kind of cool. It's not a name you see every day. And when I got to Tennessee, I told my dad about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's where all family comes from, son." I'm like, "What?" Because of course I thought, they all came from Tennessee. I'd heard that they came from some area in North Carolina, but had no idea where. And my dad was like, "Oh yeah, I've been over there. That's where all the Woodbys came from. They moved from North Carolina over to Tennessee, and they came from that area. If you go to the cemeteries in that area, there's a bunch of Woodbys there." And I was like, "Well, that would have been nice to know." It was just completely random. Then I stumbled over it riding the BDR. I thought that was really cool. So at some point, I'm going to have to go back, of course, and go to Woodby Hill.
as you can look around and see, this is a glorious overlook. If you look that way, you can see all over Tennessee. Somewhere over there. We are at this awesome overlook. We're supposed to be able to see forever. And only thing we can see is about 30 feet. About 30 feet is all we can see. And it's 35 degrees, as you can see here. So we are not staying there very long. Right? Now we're moving on. The only thing I'm going to do is put my hands on my engine and heat up my hands for a few minutes, and then we're moving on. Let's do it.
I know.
I have no idea. We're in a coffee shop.
We're in Erin, Tennessee.
Aaron, Tennessee.
Erin, Tennessee. We stopped for coffee because my hands were freezing.
That's right. Well, after the ice fog.
That's right. The coffee shop. Oh, we're in Steel Rails. Steel Rails.
Still with us, yeah.
Coffee shop. Great coffee shop. So it's great for warming your hands. So we gotta go down to. We're going to have a lot of road miles in here until we get down to Highway 25, and then right before we get to Hot Springs, and then we go over Rich Mountain.
Yeah.
I can't remember correctly. That'll be our next off road.
So about 10, 20 more miles off road.
Yeah. Well, 10, 15, I bet. Something like that.
Sounds good.
Yep. So we're going to finish this cup of coffee, and then we're going to get it back on the road. Get this done. So check out this house right here to the left. That is a lot of kudzu. I realize that kudzu is a problem in western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee, but man, break out a pair of shears on that thing. That's ridiculous.